Oh, hey, did you hear? There's a movie being filmed up at the old Beale Mansion. Yeah, you know that place. The giant, creepy mansion, abandoned by light and shaded by dark tales of horror, and not just because it's seated deep in the bowels of Utah. The Beale family somehow existed in that mansion for generations in the 1800s, despite the whole place being some sort of roach motel for Mormons. Hangings, drownings, stabbings, you name it, it probably fell on and killed someone here. The mansion itself is now empty and unoccupied, which is incredibly hard to accept in today's housing market. Given the house's features like a giant painting of a cat's head impaled on a trident, complete with Satan overseeing a pile of burning corpses, which is nestled on a wall across from the Beale Library, a trove of books on Satanism, black magic, and the most evil book of all, a Tibetan book on Buddhism, the Book of the Dead. Huh. Yeah, they're making a movie up there. One about the Beales, about their strange rituals and all those deaths that happened way back when. That is, if the film doesn't stop getting interrupted by the caretaker, a kooky old man who spends his days making more gravestones. Gravestones that might mark the final resting spot of future occupants in the Beale house's extensive graveyard. Well, I mean, surely they won't need them, right? Especially if members of the Beale family make room by getting up out of their graves. Hey, recycling. Great idea. 1974's House of Seven Corpses is a modest entry in the wave of Satanist supernatural horror movies that came out in the wake of The Exorcist and the witchcraft movies of the 60s, Black Sunday, things like that. In terms of ghost, gore, and the dark arts, the movie is about as plain as it gets, with its satanic chanting, creepy groundskeepers, no electricity. Watching this movie is like playing Ghost Movie Bingo on a card with exactly one space. Thankfully, it's never too boring, as it also has loads of confusing scenes, like the opening when the face of a zombie appears in a circle of salt, looking like somebody left one of the members of the Brady Bunch in a hole somewhere. It's creepy. This would be expected in the sense of the movie if this ritual were real, sure, but it's revealed that this is supposed to be a movie crew filming a scene, so how in the world did they make a realistic zombie appear during filming on the floor like that? Is that just a special effect? Is that how we're supposed to take that? No one in the film crew stopped to wonder, holy shit, where'd our budget? Oh my god, that's going to be expensive. Well, the best part is it's never explained. Enjoy. When the movie isn't this confusing, it often resorts to scenes that are more silly than supernatural. The best of these, though, is when the picture of the cat on a pike, hell on the wall thing scares the actress's cat, Cleon. I mean, I understand why the cat would be terrified of it. Look at the frickin' picture. It's like it hates cats. That all said, The House of Seven Corpses isn't just some B-movie about zombies on moonlit strolls looking to take names and break necks. The idea I enjoyed. The premise of showing a crew and actors making a film and all of the real drama that happens during that ritual of recording is really a fresh, extremely clever idea that is very much ahead of its time for movie making to be a self-aware item in a film. I love the catty drama of the aging actress as she refuses to believe that she's not the hottest thing on the block anymore, refuses to believe that she's getting old. I also like the witty insults that flew back and forth between the cast, like when you overhear two coworkers really just snapping at each other, finally just going at it. Not like that, though. The conflict between the director and the crew is equally great. He is stern, repeatedly goading his actors to walk faster or yelling at his crew to hurry up. It's supremely realistic. Filmmaking, especially these cheapo haunted house movies, was not always fun. Surprise! And it wasn't really a lighthearted affair. This is the grit of the 1970s and Hollywood, or just next door to Hollywood, filmmaking at its truest, most authentic, here on full display. The cynical expose on sleazy filmmakers reaches its zenith when the director of the film, having just seen most of his crew dismembered by zombies, finds his film cans, the thing they store all the film that they've shot so far, have been opened and dumped on the ground, exposing the contents to the light and theoretically ruining the film. That moment, that is when he decides the massacre has just gone too far. And only then is it when he begins to cry and scream. What an asshole! When the movie is sharing these real filmmaking tools and techniques in great detail, when it is more vulgar Hollywood, more Valley of the Dolls than House on Haunted Hill, that is where House of Seven Corpses becomes more than what it was very nearly. Just another body in the pile of forgettable supernatural schlock pieces of the 70s. It's something actually worth digging back up. I have to give House of Seven Corpses a minus for, well, given it started at a 7, equals about 3 Porky Pig-like portals to hell on the floor of the deep out of 5. That's all, folks.
All of these things are designed to frighten a monkey.